What's up, everybody? I am out here on the bird and I have been working on some things for days. I just had a baby boy though, and he's 6 days old. Luca Joseph Lazara. He's right up in there. He's eating, he's pooping, he's sleeping, he's peeing, he's living the good life, man. And I'm out here grinding away on the bird, and I got something pretty cool to show you, and I think I got some information that'll help a lot of people out there. So I'm gonna get into it right now. I got a Garmin Livescope install for you guys. I got the 126 SV, and I switched my Lowrance 9 with the 12 that was previously at the bow. Got the 12 here at the console now. I put that on a Bass Boat Tech mount, and to the really big show, we'll go back up to the Garmin because this thing is awesome. I got a Kong mount, the KVD Kong Mount from TH Marine. My boy DJ hooked it up. Got a little bit of a discount on that puppy because it is expensive, but let me tell you, the articulation that you get on this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I got it in and realized, oh man, it's not quite exact, and it's not the exact angle I need it to be. It was pointing a little that way, and next thing I know, I go through it and I realize it can move every single which way with the pins that are in this thing, man. It can articulate forward, backward, side to side, angle turning in a circular fashion, and now I have the perfect angle for me when I'm on the bow of the boat. It sits nice and high, it's extremely strong, and it's gonna be a great view for me while I'm fishing up here, watching these fish bite, hopefully. So let me get into some of the install stuff, guys. I had to run wires from the back of the boat through along here, had to take off the throttle. So that was the only thing I really had to take off, well, other than obviously I had to take off the console to do all of this, and also to run the new wiring, because what I did was run all new wiring separate from the circuit board of the boat directly to the batteries. And let me show you the batteries, guys. I got these splitters here, and I have each graph and the Livescope box all running on a separate one. So I'm going to avoid all interference this way and just make sure that I'm getting the cleanest power to my graphs and no interference from when I have amperage like cranking the motor. Again, take off those puppies with these little screws right here. It was pretty much all you had to do, and keep them right in there, and make sure you keep everything safe when you're doing this kind of stuff, because you don't want to lose screws. Obviously take off the windshield, took off this puppy, and got this installed. Maybe I'll save that install for a different day on the Bass Boat Tech, because it's just too much for one video. Ran the wires again the second leg of the way through here. Can't even see them because they're up underneath. I cleaned that part up. I still haven't cleaned up these wires, but there you see the Livescope box mounted in nice and snug, ain't moving at all, and that's good to go. Ran wires up to the front, had this off obviously to get the wires through. We had to mount 2 transducers. You can find a decent video from Russell Marine Products kind of on the transducers, so I'm not going to go into that too much. I will say that there are some interesting things you need to be aware of when it comes to doing that. They talk about leaving this slack here, so that way the motor can go in a full circle without pulling on these sensitive cables for the Livescope. So those are the 2 transducers, one for the 126 SV and one for the Garmin. And the Lowrance, I won't need for that. It's just going to be a map and a waypoint finder, which is perfect. I mean, this is a sweet setup, guys. I mean, this mount is pretty snug right here, man. There's just no play in it whatsoever. Obviously you get that little bit of play on that, but I haven't even tightened up those yet fully. So I'm pretty excited about this, guys. I'm fishing tomorrow in a tournament, and I get to use it for the first time. I'm hoping everything is good to go. I think it is. Thanks again to Greg Cyphers, who helped me. Ativan Rods, if you need a custom rod, he's the man in the Las Vegas area, and a great guy. He was a huge help for me, just making me believe that I could do this, man, because it's not really an easy job, but once you get in, it's doable, you know. And I hope you guys can feel the same way as I did about doing this stuff, you know, because you can save a lot of money, and by the time you drop your boat off and it's at a shop for 2-3 weeks, man, it's frustrating, you know. Whereas you can just get out here and knock out a few hours. I mean, if you got to drive like I do to go to a boat shop anyway, then there's just kind of no point in doing that, because it takes time anyway. By the time you get in and really just grunt down and do this stuff, you can make it happen and save yourself a lot of money, and really not utilize that much of your time doing it. So really excited to try this again, guys, and let me know if you have any questions. There are some specifics that I'm not really thinking quite offhand that I had to deal with. Reaching underneath here and getting the nuts on this thing is just probably the most frustrating thing of all. And right now I'm just in the fiberglass with 6 screws. So, you know, hopefully that holds. I'm going to be keeping a good close eye on it, because I only got one of the nuts on the back. It's super hard to reach under there and get these nuts on and use a socket wrench to try to get them going, man. And especially when you're by yourself, because Greg thought he got exposed to the corona and didn't want to come because I got a baby, and I ended up doing the second half of all of this solo mish with his help a little bit on FaceTime. So pretty tough stuff. I'm excited to try it tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think, and we will talk to you soon. We out.